Hi y'all, this is Paul again. I was going to show y'all this scooter I'm building. This is started off as a Coleman EX. You can look in the channel there and you can see pictures of it running. I built a racing engine for it. And this is a replica, going to be a replica of about a 55 or 56 model Cushman Highlander motor scooter. I got the idea off of Google, as I do a lot of stuff, and it's coming along. There's still a whole bunch of work to do to it. I repainted the chassis this antique looking blue turquoise. The motor sets inside just like on the old style Cushmans, and I had seen where several people had built their bodies out of wood, and so I kind of copied the style that other people's doing. Here is the seat base I'm building. There's my project on it for today, and I've got it's an artificial leather seat cover for a large chair from Walmart. It's already rolled and buttoned, and it'll fit right on there. This has been an absolute job, because I sat down with a notebook and started drawing pictures trying to resemble what was on Google on others and on the original ones that I'd seen, and this is about what I come up with. I mean, it's not a perfect replica of one, but if you'll look at some of them old model Road Kings and the Highlanders, people they lower the body down real low so it's only a few inches above the ground. You can see the back tire under there. I have maybe 4.5 inches between the bottom of the body and the ground. I made this curve, the body of the curve, out of luxury vinyl floorboards. It's about an 1/8 inch thick, waterproof, and it will be mounted there, and I'm going to paint it to match the turquoise. The sides are going to be stained dark oak color, and then I will have the turquoise scallops come back on here somehow. I'll copy and get some good views off of the computer. There's the fenders for them. The rear fender, as you know, you won't even see it, but the front fender will be out, and I think I got the rake on it on the front axle just about right. It's a little bit more leaned out than it was from the factory, but with this application, I believe that rake is going to be almost perfect on it. I know it sets real good, and it's real comfortable with lots of room. I actually have a lot more room on it than I did when it was still the EX before I started on this. But the motor there is the factory EX, which I went through and built, and it was a 6.5 horsepower, and it's putting out 10 horsepower now, according to OMB warehouse people that I bought the parts from. And they all I know is this got just all kinds of power, so the extra weight of this frame is not going to affect it. But I try to show videos of things that I'm building, and if you go on Google Plus under uploads from Paul Schrum, you can see all kind of still photos of it, how I did the frame, how I've done all the parts. I bought a new a new brake handle for this side, and it appears to have a matching brake handle that I purchased for this side, but it's already hooked up. It's actually, this is the throttle, and instead of putting the twist grip, I decided to go with the matching throttle or matching brake levers for the throttle and the brake. And I have bought Dominator hand grips to go on it, which will match with the color scheme on it real well. And it will, and I'm going to put twin mirrors on it. I went to a old junk store, old antique store, I guess you call it. No, it was not even a store, it's actually an old feed mill. And I bought an old-time Bullet tail light, which I have worked on and cleaned up and got painted, and it will be mounted right here on the back. But anyway, I thought I would show y'all the ideas that I come up with. Like I told somebody the other day, some people look at stuff and see how it was, and in my mind I look at stuff and I can pretty well think how it can be, and that's my hobby of just tinkering. When you're retired, you have to have something to do. There's some old motorbikes I've built, which y'all seen pictures of those, and heard them running and seen me running up and down the road on them. But that's enough for today, and I hope y'all have a good one.